Work for the last page, number 1, is asking you to figure out how many joules there are in a kilowatt hour. All you really have to do is start up here with this one, and you have 1 watt equals 1 joule per second. Multiply both sides by 1 second, and then just you do a couple of unit conversions. 1 hour equals 3600 seconds, 1 kilowatt equals 1000 watts. So pretty easy to do, just a unit conversion problem. The reason we do that is because when you buy electricity from the power company, it's sold in kilowatt hours. So that brings us to problem number 2. In the state of Texas, it costs about 14 cents per kilowatt hours, and that's how they sell it to you. They don't sell it to you in joules, they sell it to you in this odd unit of a kilowatt hour. And they're asking you, suppose that you have a 60 watt light bulb, one with a tungsten filament inside of it, and you run this for 1 year. How much will it cost to do that? Well, you have 14 cents per kilowatt hour, and then just multiply that by the number of watts, and then multiply it by the length of time. So I'm going to leave it to you to finish this up to get a dollar amount. You'll see that you have to add another unit conversion out here to get watts and kilowatts to cancel out, and you'll have to convert you'll have to find the number of years, the number of hours in a year, and we'll put that right out there, and that'll give you a cost that goes right there. Problem 3 is not much different. The only thing is that now you have a more efficient bulb. And the thing that it mentions here is that this light bulb here, it's 60 watts. That's 60 watts of light and heat. So there's a significant amount of that energy of that 60 watts that's lost due to heat. These are better at making, putting most of their output energy in the form of light. So you can get the same amount of light out of this one and this one. Even though you're using 60 watts to power this one, you get the same amount of light from this guy and yet only have 13 watts. So that's where the money is saved. It's because you're not wasting energy by just heating up the room, and then you have to have an air conditioner and you waste more energy. So we use 13 watts, 1 year, and complete this. Now, the only subtle thing here is that you're not asked to figure out how much it costs, you're asked for how much you save. So you do get a number here. You can just make another blank here if you want. You get an intermediate number here, subtract those two, and you figure out how much savings you get per bulb if you replace an incandescent bulb with a compact fluorescent bulb. This is sometimes called a pigtail bulb because of his spiral appearance of that. There's no filament in there, it's just mercury vapor gas, just like the fluorescent lights that are in the classroom. Alright, the hint to get you going on problem number 4 is you take the price of gasoline, and we're going to fill this up. We're going to put it in a generator. And I don't know if you can hear it, but my generator's going right now. I'm actually making this video using a generator. $3.68 per gallon of gasoline, and it tells you that you have 7 gallons of gas. That was my dog, by the way. 7 gallons of gas to run 13 hours at half power. And it looks like, is that about all you need to do? Because you're looking for cost per kilowatt hour. The gallons cancel out. Okay, well, you'll have to convert it to kilowatt hours. I mean, it's right now it's in dollars per watt hours, but convert that over to kilowatt hours so you can compare this to the 14 cents that was in problem 2. And I bet you're going to find out that this right here is going to cost you more to run than buying energy, buying electricity from the power company. So you should expect a number down here that's greater than 14 cents per kilowatt hour. On the next page, you want to use power equals current times voltage. The voltage for each one of these appliances is standard United States wall outlet voltage, 110 volts. And for the first one, you can just say that you have this air conditioning unit, and that it removes this amount of energy per hour, and there's the conversion of how to get that over to watts. So that's going to allow you to figure out what the power is in watts, and then use this right here to find the current for each one of these. So for every one of these components, you're going to be able to figure out what the power is, or it might be given, they might give you the power, and you're going to find the current. Now, why would we want to do all of this? Well, we want to see what list of components or appliances you can run with either a single circuit breaker, or in this case maybe a generator. So it says that in question 6 here, what is the maximum current that the generator in problem 4 can supply? So all you have to do is take this, we have P is equal to IV, so now we're just saying current equals the power. Now I think the key word here is full power, so we don't put the half in there this time. It's just 5500 watts, and the voltage is 110. How easy is that? Now, number 7. Once you get a current right here, for this one, in problem number 7, it's saying, suppose you start up here at item number 1 and you plug it in. Then you plug the next item in. Then you plug the next item in. What item will actually trip the circuit breaker, or cause, because these generators have a circuit breaker in there that says if the current reaches a certain limit, it's going to shut off. And so you're going to figure out will it handle all of these, or will you reach a point, say, I don't know, I really don't know the answer, by the way. Suppose you get to the point where you press the garage door opener and you happen to have it wired into your generator for some crazy reason, and suppose that's what tripped the circuit breaker. So you have a current for this value right here. You just start adding up these current values until you exceed that, or you could actually start with the power values right here, go down the list, figure out when it exceeds 5500, and that should also be the same answer. You can choose either approach. Hope this helps.